Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again, and welcome to another top 10 list for 2013. And I almost did not even make this video. I completely forgot how many fantastic horror movies came out this year. Now, the reason that I often forget that the year horror movies come out is because a lot of them never really get theatrical releases, so quite often they're made the previous year but then they don't get released to the following year. So it does get kind of confusing at times, but I've got to say this year has been absolutely amazing for horror films. There's been some fantastic mainstream theatrical stuff as well as some independent stuff as well. So over the past few years I haven't really been overly impressed with a lot of the modern stuff, but this year 2013 easily been the best year for horror for the past few years in my opinion. So yeah, really happy to be doing this video, and I have ranked them, so we're going to start at number 10 and work my way down to my number one pick of the year. So sitting at number 10 goes to VHS 2. This was an absolutely fantastic sequel follow-up to the original VHS, which I think is fantastic. This one is slightly better in terms of quality. I really enjoyed the stories in this one, and it's just an all-round absolutely fantastic sequel. So that is VHS 2 at number 10. Number 9 is The Curse of Chucky. I don't have an individual release of it, I have it in the Chucky Complete Collection set. I will say I wasn't as amazed by Curse of Chucky as I was hoping to be. Still though, it was an absolutely fantastic addition to the franchise, especially compared to Seed and Bride, which are absolutely atrocious. But yeah, I thought Curse was really well done. They sort of brought it back to the roots of the original Child's Play series or the trilogy, and yeah, just an overall really good addition to the franchise. So number 9 is Curse of Chucky. Number 8 is one of the more mainstream horrors of this year, and that is World War Z with Brad Pitt. I thought this was an absolutely terrific entry into the zombie genre, something completely different. I really like the fact that they went around different areas, different locations around the world in this one. They didn't just sort of stay at the same spot. I thought Brad Pitt was absolutely fantastic as the main character in this one. He did a really good job. The zombies look great, really good use of special effects in this one. So number 8 sits World War Z. Number 7 goes to Bloody Homecoming. This was a nice little surprise for me because I've been kind of disappointed with a lot of modern slashers over the past couple of years, but I thought this was absolutely fantastic. This is one of the more sort of independent, low budget slashers that never got a theatrical release and kind of got a release that came out of nowhere. But yeah, if you're a slasher fan, especially 80s style slashers, this was a really solid throwback. It's set on in a high school campus around homecoming, and I really like the killer in this one, dressed in a fireman's outfit. Some pretty nice kills, just a really fun slasher. So number 7 is Bloody Homecoming. Number 6 goes to No One Lives, and I thought this was absolutely fantastic. It's pretty original compared to a lot of other horror movies that get made these days, and this one's really hard to talk about without spoiling it. So the best way to experience this movie is pretty much knowing next to nothing about it. All you need to know though is this one gets my highest recommendation. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, really violent, really gory. There's some awesome kills in this one, and it's got a really solid cast of characters as well. So number 6 is No One Lives. Alright, so we're down to my top 5, and sitting at number 5 goes to The Purge. Now, this one I'd been wanting to see ever since it came out, despite hearing a lot of mixed reviews on it, a lot of negative reviews actually on this movie, which I don't understand. I thought this was an absolutely awesome entry into the home invasion genre. Certainly not one of the best home invasion movies, I know that, but still I thought it was a really, really solid effort. I liked the whole idea and premise behind the Purge. The family, some of the family characters were a little bit iffy. I thought the mum was definitely the standout within the family. But in terms of the villains, the main villain I thought was absolutely fantastic. They wore really, really creepy masks. But yeah, this was just a really solid entry into the home invasion genre. So The Purge sits at number 5, and I'm really looking forward to the sequel. Sitting at number 4 goes to Cockneys vs. Zombies. I thought this was absolutely awesome, just such a fun time. Great mix of comedy and horror and zombie action in this one. Extremely well balanced. The UK seem to nail it when it comes to horror comedies and zombie films, so this is no exception. Another fantastic movie out of the UK. I really liked the characters in this one and the storyline. It's basically about a group of robbers who, well, 2 of them are trying to get their father out of a rest home, and while they're robbing a bank, there's a zombie outbreak outside. Basically, the robbers have to, or for the remainder of the movie, the robbers are trying to rescue the grandfather out of the rest home. The oldies in this one, the rest home residents, were so hilarious. There's some awesome scenes with them and the zombies together. But yeah, this was just extremely well done, a lot of fun. So sitting at number 4 goes to Cockneys vs. Zombies. Sitting at number 3 is probably going to surprise a lot of you, but I don't care. I thought this was a fantastic movie, and that is Texas Chainsaw 3D at number 3. I thought this was a really, really awesome entry into the franchise, and I know a lot of people complain about the timeline in this one and how inconsistent it is, but come on, the entire franchise is inconsistent. But yeah, I just thought this was a really, really solid and really well done entry into the franchise. I would probably place this one either 2nd or 3rd in the franchise of favourites. This one certainly has the best Leatherface since the original movie. I loved Leatherface in this movie. There was a lot of nice little homages to the original film throughout. All in all, I just thought this was a really, really awesome chainsaw movie. So sitting at number 3 goes to Texas Chainsaw 3D. Sitting at number 2 goes to The Conjuring from James Wan. Now James Wan, I think, is a amazing director, especially amongst most of the other modern directors. I think he's the most consistent, and this movie just helps prove that. I thought it was a absolutely excellently done sort of haunted house style movie. It reminded me a lot of the more sort of classic haunted house films, and just so well done. And this movie right here really proves that you don't need to have a lot of blood and gore to make a really, really well done and effective horror movie. I really appreciate that they didn't throw in jump scare after cheap jump scare in this one. This is just a genuinely really, really creepy, atmospheric haunted house movie, and I really, really enjoyed it a lot. So well done, James Wan. That is The Conjuring, sitting at number 2. And sitting at number 1 is probably going to be no surprise to anyone, and that is the Maniac remake with Elijah Wood. I've talked about this movie several times before, so I am going to keep it brief. This movie is fucking phenomenal. Easily the best remake ever. Wow. Just amazing, amazing camera work in this one. POV shots, amazing soundtrack, great characters. Elijah Wood was awesome as Frank Zito. He did so well, and I really cannot fault this movie at all. This is pretty much a perfect horror movie, and I absolutely loved it. So sitting at number 1, easily, by a mile, by a long shot, goes to Maniac remake. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is my top 10 horror movies of 2013. As I said earlier in the video, this year has been absolutely amazing for horror movies. There's one more film that got released this year, but it doesn't get a Blu-ray release till January, and that is You're Next. Really excited to check that one out, so I will be picking that one up as soon as it comes out in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, absolutely fantastic year for horror. Hopefully next year is similar, but yeah, definitely one hell of a year for us horror fans. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know what some of your favourite horror movies of 2013 were, and thank you for watching.